Still blizzard conditions out there as the sun's trying to peek out from the east early in the morning on 3/3/24, March the 3rd, 2024. That was a whopper of a storm. We're beginning to hear the rest of the story. I wonder what it's like out here. Well, I wonder how long it'll take me to get to my car, because that's my walkway. Luckily I marked it with a couple of snow shovels that I can use along the way. Oh, all this fracking snow! Here I go. Tree aerobics. Look at those aspens dancing. Yeah, so much fracking snow. No, really, snowflake fracking. That's why we didn't get the amounts that they first estimated several days ago, but we did get a lot of snow and wind, and all those strong winds in the mid elevations as the storm was peaking and coming in made the snow crystals smaller and smaller before they hit the ground. It's called snowflake fracking. Well, 154-mile-per-hour wind at the top of Tier 1 at about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, 161 at 1:05 from the west-southwest, and sustained winds yesterday on Saturday from about 1 o'clock through 3 o'clock, over 100 miles per hour at the top of Tier 1. So those strong winds cause snowflake fracking. And now we know some of the rest of the story, as the latest historical storm has started to move its way through, as the center of the low pressure system was still offshore early this morning, but it will pass to the east sometime later today. But these strong winds can be expected all the way into early Monday morning. It is Sunday. Where's the date here? It is Sunday, March the 3rd, 2024. Hello everyone, I'm Dan McConnell. The barometer at Mammoth Airport this morning was at 29.59, 29.59, and that's as low as I can ever remember. It was 28 degrees down there with southwest winds to 75 miles per hour. There actually was an 85 mile per hour gust at Mammoth Airport this morning at 5 a.m. As the center of that low and associated jet stream hanging overhead, we can expect those strong winds to come not dissipate until sometime on Monday. The sun rises at 6:24 a.m., set at 5:51 p.m. It's the last quarter moon, and let's see. Oh, this is the weather explanation from weatherwest.com. The depth of a offshore low pressure system at the middle and upper levels in the atmosphere, giving us unusually strong mid-level winds, driving very effective orographic lift across the Central Sierra. This strong frontal system and a cold front and a favorably positioned jet stream moving right across the Central Sierra, with another component of cold Arctic air accompanying this storm, with the cold temperatures coinciding with the peak of the storm, therefore forcing those strong winds and the type of system that we had to cause snowflake fracking into small dense crystals. And so the total amounts of measurable snowfall predicted was not as high, but the water content is. And according to model ensembles looking into the future, the near-term future of the weather, an amplified pattern over the northern Pacific and an amplified ridge over the Gulf of Alaska, the western part of the Alaskan Gulf, with an anomalous trough along the west coast, will persist into mid-March, bringing us unsettled weather into the middle part of March. This was a very unusually orographic and windy storm, and unsettled weather again can be expected into mid-March. The storm total up at Main Lodge was 3 feet with lots of wind and wind loading. I can imagine how big the cornices are at the top of the mountain. It was 15 degrees at Main Lodge with gusty winds, 7 degrees at the top with 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. That wind gauge started working again early this morning. And at the top of Chair 1, the peak gust at 7 a.m. was still 118 miles per hour. That is the windiest spot on the mountain as we know it, as far as where wind instruments are. So I don't think Chair 1 will open today. While the center of the low passes overhead today into the east, another system on its heels though, late Monday into Tuesday, but not nearly as much snow. And I'm not sure, as far as the wind goes, it could be another pretty windy storm. On this day in history, in 1791, the U.S. Mint was created. 1845, Florida became the 27th state. And in 1849, the Gold Coin Act was passed, where you could mint gold coins. That was right at the time of the gold rush here in California. In Minnesota, territory was created on that same year. And in 1959, here in California, the Giants, New York Giants, named Candlestick Park their new stadium. It's Alexander Graham Bell's, Ring My Bell's birthday, Doc Watson's birthday, my great friend Jennifer Landers, who I saw out snowmobiling the other day, Heather Baldwin's birthday, Wendy Runley's birthday, Chris Martin, Billy Anderson, Tao Tracy, Holly Alpert's birthday, Neil Levin, happy birthday Neil, Susan Barker's birthday, and my great friend Tiffany Helton, an entrepreneur gal that works up at Lackanucky to provide for her entrepreneurship, fund it. Ian Schneider's birthday, of Pitter Patter, Kat Bailing's birthday over in Connecticut, used to be my roommate, happy birthday Kat. Oh, and did I mention, I think I did Billy Anderson, a great local here in town. In fact, he's somewhat responsible, he and his family, for the skate park we have. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Make today the windiest, best day ever. And I'd check the mountain stats before you go up there and see what's open. You just don't want to be standing in line in this wind. Always give the snow removal equipment plenty of room. Make sure they see you. It's easy to get hidden behind a snowbank. Don't want to get hit by one of those blades.